The United States transoceanic expansion. From Europe to the Pacific, imagine Tokyo as a U.S. state. American flags flutter over Mount Fuji. Sushi is served alongside cheeseburgers in school cafeterias, and 4th of July fireworks light up Tokyo Bay. While this may seem improbable, in this alternate history, Japan did not merely rebuild under American occupation after World War II. It became part of the United States. In Europe, the war unfolded with dramatic twists. On December 13, 1941, Nazi Germany launched Operation Sea Lion, invading the United Kingdom. German forces crossed the Channel and struck from multiple directions, quickly occupying London, Oxford, and Bristol. Only pockets of resistance in Birmingham and parts of Wales held out. Civilian life was shattered, with mass evacuations and widespread destruction. American and Allied forces arrived in time to stabilize key areas, buying hope for a counteroffensive. Fearing Nazi expansion, Ireland abandoned neutrality in early 1942, joining the Allies and coordinating with British and American troops. Irish units played a pivotal role in liberating London and other key cities, restoring morale and forging stronger transatlantic bonds. Through 1942 and 1943, Allied forces gradually pushed German troops out of occupied territories. Stalemates and attrition characterized the fighting, but June 6, 1944, D-Day, opened a decisive Western Front, and by May 8, 1945, Germany was expelled. Despite victory, Britain and Ireland were devastated. Cities were in ruins, industries collapsed, and rationing persisted. Rebuilding relied heavily on American loans and corporate investment, which brought American media, culture, and economic influence. Roughly 500,000 Americans relocated to Britain and Ireland, accelerating cultural integration. Political changes soon followed. Ireland held a referendum in 1961 with 99% approving annexation to the United States. Ireland officially became a U.S. state in 1962. Britain, destabilized by scandals and governmental failures, followed suit. A 1961 referendum narrowly approved joining the Union, and by 1963, the UK became 5 U.S. states: England, Scotland, Wales, Northern Ireland, and Greater London, while former overseas territories became American territories. Meanwhile, in the Pacific, Japan surrendered in August 1945 following the devastation of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. U.S. forces gained full control of Japan, blocking Soviet attempts to seize the Kuril Islands and Hokkaido. Disillusioned with Emperor Hirohito and wary of future conflict, many Japanese citizens favored American protection, with some advocating full annexation. By 1950, Japan was annexed as 3 U.S. states: Hokkaido, Kansai, and Tohoku. Taiwan joined in 1951 as a bilingual state, the Philippines in 1952 as 2 states, Luzon and Caraga, and Hong Kong became a U.S. territory in 1953. The integration extended to the military. British, Irish, Japanese, Taiwanese, and Philippine armed forces were incorporated into the United States Armed Forces and National Guard under a unified command. Regional units retained cultural identities but operated within a centralized command structure, strengthening U.S. global military reach and ensuring rapid deployment across Europe, Asia, and the Pacific. Cultural and societal integration followed. Schools taught both U.S. and local history. Festivals blended traditions, and everyday life combined American, European, and Asian customs. Tokyo became the most populous U.S. state. Kanai led in technology, and Kafuto, once isolated, developed into a resource-rich hub akin to Alaska. Japanese states mostly voted Democrat while remaining conservative on military issues. Taiwan leaned Republican, and the Philippine states became key swing states, influencing national elections. Senators represented cities such as Tokyo and Manila, and presidential candidates from Osaka and other annexed regions were considered viable. This transoceanic expansion fundamentally reshaped global geopolitics. In the Pacific, U.S. control over Japan, Taiwan, and the Philippines blocked communist expansion, preventing conflicts like the Korean War. In Europe, integration of Britain and Ireland strengthened U.S. influence across the Atlantic. Economically, politically, and culturally, these new states became fully integrated into the Union, creating a unique Anglo-Irish American and Asian American hybrid identity. By the 2000s, these regions thrived, illustrating a global American empire built not only through military victory, but through diplomacy, integration, and shared governance. The story of this alternate world shows a United States that expanded far beyond its continental borders, creating a truly transoceanic union. Former nations retained aspects of their local identities while contributing to a unified political, cultural, and military system. From Europe to the Pacific, this vision of history highlights the possibilities of integration, cooperation, and influence on a global scale, blending nations, peoples, and cultures into a single dynamic American Union.